Hello, I'm Robin Da Vinci, and I am here to educate, not titillate, and get you into facts. And I want to talk today about fast food. Now, if you're an oldster like me, you didn't have a lot of fast food around, and you went to the grocery store, you sat with your parents, and you made meals, you set the table, and you ate at home. And you had chicken and salad one night, or you had potatoes, or you had even waffles and bacon, or scrambled eggs, or a roast, and you ate that for 2 days, or you had pasta with meat sauce or whatever you had, but you made dinner every day because guess what? There weren't fast food restaurants to really drive through, and it was costly. Well, that hasn't changed at all. It is way more costly to eat out and go to fast food than it is to make your meals at home. Now, I'm not saying that the price of groceries hasn't skyrocketed and everybody's going, for $100, I have one bag of groceries and it's not everything I need. So believe me, I understand the cost of food. It is really difficult, but you can do it. You can buy 2 roasting chickens, 5-pound bag of potatoes, and get some salad ingredients, and you can make a meal for a couple of days. And that's way cheaper than driving through a fast food place and spending, $32 for a couple of burgers and fries and shakes. And not only that, the cost of that keeps adding up, and you end up eating something that's not really very good for you. And the salt content in fast food is very high. The fat content in fast food is very high. The not so healthy ingredients are over the top in fast food. And it is tempting when you're exhausted to just go ahead and have someone else make your meals. And I understand that. But in that, even if you're doing fast food and you're driving through, you're paying a lot more for that food because there's labor and all of those things. And I want those people to have jobs, don't get me wrong. But if you're doing fast food more than once every 2 weeks, or especially more than once a week, then you're spending way too much money on food. The other problem is when you call in food and have it delivered, there's a delivery price, there's a tip price, it's inflated by a lot. So you're getting a meal that maybe for a family of 4 might normally cost you to make $22, but you're paying $42 and even $52 for that same meal because you're bringing it in. So when we're talking about food, you kind of have to go back to the basics, unless you have an unlimited budget for food and then you can do whatever you want. But most people don't. They don't have an unlimited amount of money for food. In fact, food is the one thing they scrimp on, and that's a really scary thing. They don't have enough food in the house for their children. There's not healthy snacks at home. They're not making dinner because everybody's exhausted. I used to work 26 miles away from my home, and that commute home was killer. And I am telling you, I did not want to get home and make meals. So on the weekends, between soccer and softball, or between cross country and another club thing that my kids might have been in, I literally would make 3 or 4 meals on the weekend to serve during the week, because when I got home from work, I was too tired to try and figure it out. So I figured it out in advance and made meal planning for my children: oatmeal and toast, eggs and toast, cream of wheat, maybe even the instant and toast, or bacon or something. And I made their lunches. For the most part, I made their lunches every day. And I would make them the night before, put them in their bags, and then add some things in the morning, like the sandwich or something. And those days were even expensive. And I was spending about $400 a week on groceries, sometimes more, sometimes less. But now that same would be $600 to $800. I wouldn't be able to afford it now. So fast food is replacing people going to the grocery store because people are mistakenly thinking that groceries are so high that fast food might be easier and cheaper. Oh, no, nay, nay. Those fast food places and those delivery places are buying the same groceries you are for the most part. They are not getting enormous breaks on groceries. There were shortages over the pandemic. Lots of things went goofy over the pandemic, and calling in for food and not going to grocery stores because you were afraid to catch COVID meant that people developed bad habits. Well, everybody, we now need to reverse those bad habits. Plan your menus. I don't think young people plan menus anymore. We used to say, okay, it was Meatloaf Monday and Taco Tuesday and Chicken Wednesday and Pasta Friday or whatever. Nobody's doing that anymore. People are not meal planning. So when they go to the grocery store, they're roaming around and they might be buying things that they don't need or aren't good for you or are highly inflated. So you need to do meal planning. Fast food is way more expensive than meal planning. Fast food is more expensive than going to the grocery store. I don't want to burden any one person in a family. It's not fair to say, oh, this person's in charge of all that meal planning. It kind of has to be a family thing or a partnership thing or a roommate thing. I was just talking to a bunch of kids on Wednesday about when you move out and go to college and how you preserve your food. And they were all kind of looking at me like, I'm not sure, we can just go buy something at the store or go to happy hour somewhere and, eat their hors d'oeuvres. And indeed, that's what college kids did a lot. But really, what you need to do is sit down with whomever you live with and plan meals. Plan for what's going to be in the refrigerator, what's going to be on the shelves. Are we going to have canned foods at all? Are we going to have boxed foods that we prepare? Are we going to eat the fresh fruit? Who's going to be in charge of what? Don't let things rot. Do you know that long ago, people used to shop every day for the meals they ate that day and the next day? I mean, imagine the burden that was on mostly women who had to make meals like that, but they had to go every day because they didn't have refrigerators. They had ice boxes. So someone would deliver a block of ice. Someone would put it in a little refrigerator type thing, and the block of ice would keep things cold for 2 days. But they rarely shopped for a week of groceries because there was no place to keep them safe. Now we have freezers, refrigerators. We have foods that we can buy. And if you're buying fresh stuff, eat it immediately. Eat the fruit, eat the vegetables, make the salads, buy the foods that are healthy for you. I'm telling you, if you have a condition, like if you're diabetic, if you have GERD, if you have any of those things, you can go online and type in, what is the best diet for someone with GERD? What is the best diet for someone with diabetes? You can change your life by actually buying the appropriate food. Put it in your body. And guess what? It can act against you. It can make you feel sick. It can give you stomach upset, intestinal upset. It can cause allergies. You need to know what you're eating. And if you're driving through a fast food place all the time, you're not understanding what you're eating. If you're seeing yourself put on weight, it's because you're eating the wrong stuff. So get to know your body. The cost of fast food, I'm telling you, it's at least 40% higher than if you make your own meal. So think about it. If you could eat your meals by going to the grocery store for $200 a week and your family actually eats healthy versus driving through or calling out or bringing in a pizza or whatever, you will be doing yourself a favor. Your family will be healthier. Your children will not become obese because they're sitting in front of a television eating food that isn't particularly good for them. Now, I'm not down on fast food. Fast food works for everybody once in a while, and that's why it's there. But it's not meant to consume every day. It was never meant to consume every day. It was meant to be part of an overall program, just like exercise and healthy eating and conserving money and shopping smart and all those things. Food is the number one thing that is the gasoline for your body. So as gas prices have gone up, so have food prices. And so that means if you're going to keep track of where you drive because you can't afford 3 tanks of gas a week or 5 tanks of gas a month, that's the same thing for your body. Your body is a car that needs the required nourishment to work properly. Fast food isn't it. So not only is there a cost monetarily, because it's literally 40% more, even more than that if you fast food all the time, but it's bad for your body. It can increase trips to the doctor. It can increase the kinds of meds you need to take. It can be very costly to your family if you're unwell. So it's not just money that is the hidden cost of fast food. It's your health. Your health is very much at stake when all you eat is something you don't even know what's in. it. It's like, what are the ingredients of this? You don't know. I have a soy protein allergy. Do you know how much soy protein is in fast food because it's so much cheaper? So soy protein, 30%, it's as high as 30% of this country has some sort of allergy to soy, yet it's in everything you buy. Read your labels. Soy protein is in those protein bars, those fast snack bars. They're in everything. It's in everything. And if you have an allergy to that, then it causes your body to eat something else and you think you're drinking more coffee or you're drinking sodas. Oh my goodness. And that's what you're putting in your body because you're stressed at work, you're stressed about your kids, you're short on money. If you're short on money, fast food's the last thing you should be doing. You should be cooking at home, reading your labels, bringing in food that your family can enjoy. And if they struggle with the way it tastes, get them used to it. Understand nutrition. It doesn't cost a lot of money to understand nutrition. You can actually Google what's in your food that you're eating. What is in a burger from X? What do they put on their pizzas? Where are they getting their chickens from? You can find that information out and you can do a better job eating. And fast food can be once in a while and good food can be most of the time. You'll save money. Trust me, you'll save money. Thank you. I hope that helps because it really is something that is true. Fast food will not save you any money. It may save you some time, but in the long run, the effects will be worse. So I hope this helped. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I've got some more hidden costs of coming. So I hope you watch. Thank you.